Hello everybody, welcome back to a little bit more WoW. I'm still just setting things up a minute, so just like, give me 30 seconds, then we'll actually get into the game. But today, gonna be doing some mount farming again for the first time in a little bit. We've kind of been doing it like on and off, just like random bits and pieces in the background. But finally actually back doing some mount farming. I was gonna stream yesterday. Just got an error message from LVUI, which is fun. That might explain some things. I was going to stream yesterday, but I ended up having a major issue with LVUI where it was slightly off on my mage that I was playing with before the stream, just getting everything set up. Just opening like mailboxes and equipping all the transmogs and stuff I'd been sending over there. Noticed it was slightly off, so I was like, oh okay, I'll reload my main UI reference from my my main character, which has the base one, right? Everything is like synced together, so it all should share the same UI. Hit load profile. Rather than actually loading my character's profile, it reset every version of LVUI across all my characters to the default. Not even like the setup version that I had. Not even like the class color portraits and everything else. Not like the DPS thing. Literally the bog standard, like, basic ass LVUI where everything is grey and there's giant boxes fucking everywhere. So, I knew that was going to be a 2-hour job to fix it. Was already kind of tired and not in a great mood. Then that happened. I got super fucking pissed off. In a weird way, it sounds kind of stupid, but WoW is kind of my crutch, right? Like, it's the thing that helps me build a structure and a routine and, like, keeps me in a good, positive place most of the time. So when that just, like, flew out the fucking window 5 minutes before I was gonna start streaming, I kind of lost it a little bit. Had a little bit of a not fun time. So, decided probably not a great idea to stream in that state, so, kind of decided to just pass it off for a little bit. But moving past the kind of heavy stuff, back in the Firelands, hopefully going to get the last one that we're missing now from Rag, finally. I was going to move all my other characters over, but I haven't had much time this morning. Kind of just wanted to take it chill, hopefully avoid another repeat of yesterday. So, haven't moved anybody else over here, so I'm probably going to spend, like, a good portion of the stream moving characters around. Because I usually like to move everybody to the entrance before I even start doing mount farming stuff, so I can just hot swap characters and immediately start another character farm. But, gonna be a bit slower today. I mean, it's fine. We have, like, an extra hour to stream. So, we'll just take it chill, take it slow. Have a nice day mount farming, hopefully. Should be good. I have done, like, a couple places, I think. Nowhere specific. I think all the major ones that I still want to farm stuff from are still untouched, so should be good. Got Firelands, ICC, Ulduar, both versions of Karazhan still, which is really irritating. I just want to never have to go to Karazhan again. Especially not the Mythic Dungeon. Because that takes a while. Getting past everybody, playing through all the scenarios and stuff. Yeah, should be nice and chill. Yeah. I feel like I kind of just dropped everything in like the first 4 minutes, but that's fine. Good, got it out of the way. In terms of leveling and stuff, and like WoW stuff in general, I've continued to be like, god damn, I'm getting stun locked. Been leveling the Druid, pretty much. Just the Druid. I've been really enjoying playing Balance again, which is weird, because I mentioned before in other streams that, like, I found playing Druid kinda stale, but, like, I'm genuinely enjoying it. I don't know. I think it's just, like, the speed of it. Like, you basically never have downtime playing Druid. Like, you have no mana bar, so you don't need to regenerate mana. You can heal yourself, so you don't need health potions. You can swap in and out of forms to, like, really quickly move around. You never have to drop out of flight form where you're looting stuff. Like, it's just streamlined WoW. Like, you don't have to worry about anything, really. If you're fighting an enemy that's particularly tough, you could always just swap into bear form and tank it. Like, it's just... Druids have an answer to everything. And sure, they're like, single target DPS is kind of worthless. Especially when you're playing with like an elemental shaman who can just decimate everything in front of you in 10 seconds. And you're stood there like casting 20 spells to kill one thing. But the minute you get into like groups doing AoE DPS, druids just delete everything. I was doing a bit of leveling. Like I say, with the elemental shaman, I was playing with Kyle for a bit. And my DPS would be like half of his. And then we'd pull more than 2 targets, and I'd start dropping like the Starfall and my like, I can't remember what the other one's called, the like kind of long cast one that's AoE as well. And suddenly my DPS would double and catch up to his immediately, just by us pulling like a couple more targets. Druid AoE is insane right now. To be fair, I have no bearing of whether it was bad or good before, because I didn't really enjoy it too much, but... Genuinely, really fun right now. I think it's just the fact that also knowing that they're not AoE capped makes them kind of enjoyable. I really don't like the AoE cap on anything. It's like Survival is also un-AoE capped, so I enjoy playing Survival more than Beastmaster right now because I can just throw bombs everywhere and blow everything up. Like, it's just... it's satisfying, I guess. Whereas being stuck with shooting like 5 targets is kind of disappointing. Like, I really enjoyed I don't know, I think it might be kind of just my experience I've had throughout like the end of BFA and getting really used to having like loads of AoE and really enjoying it, like having Purification Protocol and Twilight Devastation, and then just being able to clear entire packs in front of you and feeling like a, you know, unstoppable killing machine. Feels kind of like playing Doom 2016, you know? You just run through a hordes of demons like they're nothing. Like they're just wet tissue paper, you just smush straight through them. So I kind of want more of that AoE fun, you know? So I am considering changing my mage over to Arcane Spec or Frost. Kind of want to try out a bit of both. We might just do a stream on that, because we did a stream on Fire Mage a little bit back. Because I really enjoyed Fire Mage. I really enjoyed that, like, the combo system and stuff, but they've kind of... Fire Mage ain't so good no more. So I kind of want to try out the other 2 specs that are more AoE focused. Also, from what Drac was saying, Arcane can kind of do a bit of both, like single target and multi. Which sounds useful, and like it has a lot more utility, which would be nice, especially coming off the back of like leveling a Druid, which is just all utility. Oh, well that's new. I don't know where my loot menu is anymore, but now it's in the middle of the screen. Oh yeah, that's something I haven't really mentioned. Yeah, I had to fix the UI, right? So, I repositioned stuff, I messed around with it for a bit, I tried out some different things, I tried stacking all the bars on top of each other, like, central to the screen to, like, minimize the UI impact on the screen and stuff. I really don't like it. Having all the bars, like, stacked on top of each other, it kind of just feels like everything's in one big blob of a mess, which is why I don't like most bag add-ons either, because it just like smushes all of your inventory into one big box, and it's like, where the fuck is anything? Like, how do I organize this? Which is why I use Addy bags, which splits everything up real nice. It's beautiful. But yeah, I like having my UI like split, so I can kind of establish what things are. Like I have my emergency bar, which goes across the top, which is like heals and escapes and stuff, right? And revives. And then I have combat stuff in the bottom left. And then I have all my utility extra bits and pieces, like hearthstones and crafting and campfires, whatever over here. So I can always know where things are, so I can just muscle memory be like, oh, I need a hearthstone, or I need a teleport, or I need a mailbox, whatever, like it's all there on the right. Whereas if I know I need a spell, it's going to be on the left, and if I need something in, like, an emergency, then it's in the middle bar. I'm still debating whether I make the middle bar bigger and like stack it up. Because we've got a lot of like headroom here. This is where the cast bars are now. Which I still need to learn like LVUI custom code and stuff or whatever. Because I'd really like to have separate cast bars. But right now the colouring for the cast bars is like synced together. So what I'd like is to have the cast bars be green for like friendly cast bars like mine or an ally's, right? And then have red cast bars for hostiles. So I can immediately tell that, oh, they're casting something, need to interrupt, right? Because it's kind of an important role for a DPS. Right now I kind of just have to use the reverse bars. So my bar comes from the left to the right, and the enemy one goes from the right to the left, which isn't like super distinguishable when they're stacked on top of each other. I don't know, I need to figure something out to like make them more distinguished. I suppose I could like make the enemy one double the size and make the player one like really thin, because at the end of the day I only really need to know the number on my cast time, not necessarily like a progress bar. Whereas like the enemy cast time, kind of need to see everything like super quickly and know like, okay, need to interrupt, right? But I'm gonna keep working on that. Weirdly, I kind of like the new UI. Nothing is quite right now. Like I've kind of just had to guess and kind of try and get things right again. It like reset all the UI scale, like everything is off slightly. I think I've got most of it back. And weirdly, I kind of like some of the new changes. Like, I was genuinely considering redoing the old buff things, like they are now, already, and it's kind of done that for me, and they're, like, connected together now, so the debuffs go, like, next to these buttons, pretty much. I have to remember you can't see my cursor, so I have to actually, like, highlight things in the menu for you to see. Yeah, I feel like everything's kind of a little more compact now. Weirdly, it kind of worked out in the end, so, that's pretty nice. In other news, I spent like 60k gold yesterday buying a new mount, which, for those with eagle eyes, you've probably already seen. It's on my my taskbar thing. I got the Sandstone Drake, the one that like people can ride on. Because I figured if I'm leveling with anybody, having like extra utility and stuff to like carry them around and get us to quests and stuff faster is just going to help. So why not? It's one of the reasons I was leveling on my Druid with Kyle, because I thought we could like, you know, I could carry him around early on so we could get to quests quicker, so we could level up easier. Blizzard fucked me on that one, but because you now can't ride on Druid's travel forms other than the mount form. Which is so dumb. I really don't like it, but that's what we got to deal with now, apparently. I had to go and buy the mount form, but by the time you could use the mount form, he's already got his own mount anyway, so it's like, what's the point? I can't carry him underwater anymore because the travel form doesn't work. I can't carry him through the air until I've done like half the fucking Legion campaign. May as well just buy him out on the auction house, because it does the same thing that Druids could do. But one thing, their UI, their health bar and stuff works. Interestingly, the interruptible things are bright red, so it's kind of easier to see those. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is make the enemy bar kind of come down like halfway through the health bar, and then have my friendly one, like my one, be really thin at the bottom. So it's not as like... It's there in case I need it, but it's not as noticeable. Because like the only spell I have with my hunter that I really need it for is the computation device, because it has a charge up time before it shoots. And then it has a cast bar that deteriorates. I don't think we got anything. Nope. Beautiful. Yeah, it has a cast bar that then like depletes, and if you let it run all the way out, it does the most damage and stuff, so it's kind of useful to have that information. but not as crucial as like interrupting enemy casts, I think. So gonna be making some modifications. Interestingly, I only got 66 out of 80 drops. I guess because I can't use some of the drops, right? That's the mount that we're waiting for. I don't even know if that can drop on normal, can it? Yeah, it can. Cool. Nice. Although, yeah, okay, it can. I was dumb and scrolled straight back into the heroic menu rather than actually checking. Good job. So yeah, I need to get an auto seller again, like scrap or whatever it was, to get rid of all these greys all the time. I mean, this song's great. It sounds like I'm listening to a fucking spirit box in Phasmophobia. To be fair, one thing we could be doing right now while we're doing this is queuing up for the Headless Horseman, considering how long it takes to get into that bloody dungeon, because no one does it for some reason. Yeah, also I watched Platinum WoW's video on that Headless Horseman stuff. That backstory is wild. Like, some of the old WoW lore, so much darker than the new stuff, like, holy shit. If anybody hasn't seen that video, you should go fucking watch it, it's good. Like, a real good. I kind of don't want to spoil it now, because that video is just really good and really well made and tells the story better than I can. But, basically, dude's like a really loyal member to Lordaeron, fights the Scourge, ends up wanting to keep fighting the Scourge, joins the Scarlet Crusade, tries to send his family away to Kalimdor to keep them safe. His family don't leave, or get, like, sent back or whatever. So his family are like living really peacefully in this nice, really well-made town, and everybody's happy, and it's all going well. Scarlet Crusade find it. The Headless Horseman gets convinced that the town is like filled with the Scourge that are undercover. By whoever the Dreadlord is that's like leading the Scarlet Crusade or whatever. I'm getting fucking stun-locked again. These goddamn snake dragon people. But yeah, he gets convinced that they're all members of the Scourge. He ends up like slaughtering his way through the entire town. And it turns out that his family are in the town, and he murders his wife and his children, goes like batshit crazy. And then the Scarlet Crusade basically use him as like a barbarian that they just send out to murder people and like slaughter through the Scourge, but slowly he goes like more and more mad and can't tell the difference between human and Scourge anymore. It just slaughters everyone. So the Scarlet Crusade have to put him down. They behead him, obviously. And then the Dreadlord resurrects him using like his fell magic and shit, which is why the Headless Horseman's all glowy green. There you go, like super compressed Headless Horseman lore. Really dark. It wasn't really interesting. Like, it's a shame Blizzard doesn't tell more like little stories like that of just like random, at the end of the day, kind of just inconsequential characters, right? Like, he shows up once a year to fight us. Doesn't really do anything, just kind of like sets fire to Goldshire for 2 seconds. But like, he has all this lore and all this story and stuff behind him, and like, it's like, That's kind of what got me into WoW in the first place, was all the interesting, like, random bits of background information on characters. And, like, how fleshed out the world is. It'd be nice to see just more bits and pieces like that. It seems like we're probably going to get something to that degree during... Oh, we're going to get a lot more lore during Shadowlands, seemingly, considering it's supposed to be this, like, major expansion to the lore. With Blizzard's trying to expand things, but, oh, there we go. Yeah, it'd be nice to get more little character expansions, not just like big overarching stuff. Like, that's cool, I love that. But also, I like the little character stories. I feel like they add a lot more to the world than just the big stuff. Does that make sense?
Your search is done. Let fate choose now.
Like, the big stuff lays the groundwork, and then that's when you have the time to, like, expand little characters and flesh things out. Wow, what is the DPS these guys are doing? Is the Demon Hunter doing anything? What? Oh yeah, also I turned on some settings I didn't know existed before, like, where's his head? There it is. Like, graying out cooldowns and stuff. Which the graying out thing makes them, weirdly kind of easier to read. Like, I don't even have to see the cooldown number. I'm like, okay, it's on cooldown or whatever, like, just at a glance. There's a lot of little things you can do like that, just tiny little UI improvements that make everything much easier to just, like, glance at. Oh, I got pumpkined. Where's his head? Oh, there.
Fit and pure. Now your blackened souls I'll cure. Soldiers arise. Stand and fight. Bring victory at last. Bring victory at last to this fallen knight.
I would drop down my AoE, but I'm fully aware of the fact that nobody else is doing any fucking damage. So if I do damage those things, I'm gonna pull all the aggro and die. Where's his head? Nice. Oh, wonderful. Night elf mask. Oh, sorry. And some I was gonna say tweets. What the fuck? Sweets. Yeah, there he is. Sir Thomas. Can we actually talk to him? We were just talking about the lore and stuff, so. For ages I was lost, now finally I see how dark my soul had become. You're not wrong, my dude. You murdered a lot of people. Where the fuck am I? Oh. Is this the graveyard for Firelands? What? I just got teleported there because I left instance group or whatever. Strange. Oh yeah, with me taking my break and stuff yesterday, finally got to sit and watch 1917 because that's been put on Amazon Prime now. That film is so good. Like, legitimately, every shot and every set and every shot is just incredible. Like, with so little dialogue as well in most of the scenes, there's still so much tension and so much awe from like all of these shots that they have. Like, it almost, I know it's not because they do some like very sneaky cuts, but it almost feels like one big set as they're like going through no man's land and stuff. Like, it's just so good. Like, so impactful for like a film with, like I say, very little dialogue in places. It doesn't need it, like, genuinely. It's insane. So good. If anybody's got Amazon Prime and you want something to watch, I would definitely recommend it. Such a good film. Again, it's one of those things where, like, I can recommend it, but I can't really say a whole lot. For risk of spoilers, yeah, I need to move this to, like, over here or something. Like, it being in the middle is kind of awkward. Covers up too much. Also, this song is, like, way louder than the previous one. I really appreciate these big, like, 2-hour mixes that people make of synthwave music, but, it'd be nice if they were balanced, and I didn't have to keep messing with audio values. Oh, also by me being pulled out, it reset these boys over here and got rid of the fire elemental. Without me having to fight it. Interesting. Ah, there we go. My pets aren't dead either. Beautiful. Speaking of watching things as well, actually, some of the edited WoW stuff I've done, saying how well it had done, one of them's on like 1,500 views or something when I got up this morning. Like, it's just skyrocketed. Like, it's tripled the video that came out before it somehow. I don't understand. Mad. Feels good though. It's like actually making some progress with things. Also, I have just noticed the XP bar. Kind of want to squish it in so it kind of lines up with the top of the health bar on this corner. You can't see which corner I'm pointing at. The top right corner of the health bar. Because currently it covers up the buffs and stuff, so it'd be nice to kind of have it finish at the end of where the buffs would end. I was looking at trying to make it like transparent or whatever this morning, but I think you have to custom make them to get it to work. Because the options for the default XP bar aren't like super expansive. God damn it, Twitch. Why do you do this to me? I don't think it's actually Twitch. Well, kind of is. It's the age-old problem of Twitch just stopping playing in the corner of my screen because apparently WoW is too intensive. Which is odd, considering the solution I found to it was watching multi-streams, which is a lot more intensive. But apparently that's fine. Nice. I think next week, I might make an effort to do like a transmog stream, rather than just doing it while I drink my coffee in the morning or whatever. Because I really enjoy doing these like collection things, like mount farming or transmog or whatever. And I kind of just do the kind of just do the transmog stuff by myself, because there's only really like Blackrock Foundry that I'm really farming stuff for. But I could probably expand that and start looking at other different pieces of sets from different things. Also, yeah, I need to turn this down, which is going to stop the music, so I do apologise. Oh, fuck me. Really? It just restarted the whole thing? Let's guess there. No, we are, what, 30 minutes in? So, let's try that. There we go. That's about right. Oh, nope, that's still loud. I generally try and keep the audio volume around like 30 decibels rather than going, well, minus 30, funnily enough. But technically the audio value is at 0 decibels. But, I don't know what value they're working in. But generally around minus 30, because, it seems to be a good level. Like, it's not too loud, it's not too quiet. Just this audio track, apparently, a bit all over the place. Because I balanced it based on the first track that plays, generally. That one went a lot higher. To be fair, if we run out of things to farm, I might just go level more with the Druid, because I've been really enjoying it. I went and did Sholazar Basin, unlocked all the dailies there so I could farm for the green Proto-Drake. Haven't done any of the dailies yet. I think I'm going to wait until my Druid hits 50 and then go back and farm it. But, new mount farming possibility right there. I kind of like the fact that my mount farming is now split across multiple characters, because it means I'm not just stuck with using the same rotations all the time. It also means I've got, like, characters to swap between, change up how I'm playing and stuff, which is fun. Adds a little more variety to the farming. I was actually thinking about trying to edit up the, unlocking the Void Elves that we did during BFA, but I don't know if that's really relevant, because I mean, the storyline is always going to be the same and stuff, right? Like, it's just all the same quest line and stuff. It's not really any more difficult to do now than it would have been when it first came out, because we still have essentially the same gear. The only difference is obviously, I think I have corruptions and I'm level 120 or whatever, but it might be a good idea to get that done, considering like right now all I've got is Horde related stuff. And then I'm main Alliance, so feels a little awkward. Oh. Fuck. Well, for a second there I had hope. Right. Well, let's head on over to Dalaran and see what we can find on Argus. Oh, everything was up yesterday as well, I remember that. Because, like I said, I had everything ready to stream yesterday. I was like, right, Houndmaster Kirax, then we're going to blaze, and we'll fly over to the other place, we'll get everybody in one sweep, and we'll get all the mounts. Then nothing happened. It's going to be nothing up today, is there? That's a fitting punishment. Right, what we got? Oh, Blistermore is up, apparently. We got anything on McCary? Not World Quest wise, but we might anyway. Let's go. I like how Dalaran is always just so, like, framey every time I go there. It's so bad. Huh, I feel like I jump further while I'm in, like, ghost form or whatever. I wonder if that's a thing. I would get rid of the ghost disguise, but I'm pretty sure having the ghost thing on stops other people, like, transforming you. Which makes me slightly less of a target for having shit thrown at me, basically. It'd be nice if it actually preserved my my character though, rather than making me a random human model. It'd be nice if they could just, I don't know, stick the transparency modifier onto my gnome. Oh, I just fucking died. Rude. Rude. Oh yeah, I also decided what I was going to use my tricky treats I'd picked up on. I got the little wicker man, which is basically just another bonfire toy. But it looks kind of cool, and I thought it'd be more useful than like another Hearthstone toy. Although the Hearthstone would be cool to get to. And we've got 88, so I mean, if I did like Northrend, like got all the candy buckets and stuff there, then I'd probably have enough, to be honest. Although if I do that, I'll probably do it off stream at some point, because I feel like, I don't know if that stream is super entertaining. It's literally me like flying across all of Kalimdor and Outland and a bunch of other places. Literally just a lot of flying around circles. Guess it's good for anybody who wants like a guide on the achievement, because I literally went everywhere, but... It's, can't imagine to be super entertaining. To be fair, might have to rename the video and just call it the name of the achievement. That might be more beneficial to the growth of it, I suppose. I guess I'd like to do stuff like that as well, because it kind of fits into that same ballpark as like transmogs and stuff. Because I mean, I've always been like an achievement hunter right from starting out playing on like a 360 and stuff and having achievement points, and I was like, oh shit, right, okay. Need to get as many of these as possible. And bought all the like cheesy games that would give you like a bunch of extra gamer score and stuff, like what was it, King Kong? It was like 100 gamer score per achievement or whatever. That game was a mess, but a lot of gamer score. I think also like Viva Pinata or whatever was like another one that was really easy to just like farm out points on. Kind of have the same thing with WoW now, and having an achievement point counter in the corner. But also the ones in WoW seem more impactful. Also, I need to change that about the health bars, that's irritating. The ones in WoW like actually give you a reward and stuff, so it feels like they're more useful to you than where is portrait? There we go. Ah, full overlay, there we go. That way it's always in the middle. I should probably do it for my pet and stuff too. Let's kill Skreek first though. Oh. I didn't even know he had a fear ability, but okay. And knockback, apparently.
The Legion cannot stand against the power of the light. Not when it has champions like you.
I mean, thanks for the compliment, I guess, Phil. Yeah, pets. Oh, yeah, I have to reload the UI, don't I? Pause, full overlay. Doesn't really work for him, does it? Just a weird blue thing. Target, portrait, enable. It would likely have a big impact on your FPS. Okay. I think I'm good though, to be honest. I need to rotate the target thing so it faces the correct way as well.
I have need of a very specific type of crystal to maintain the Vindicar's defenses. The constructs lingering here share this technology. Extract their core.
No, we got nothing over here.
Use whatever manner you see fit.
X offset. Try and line those two up a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Having the target bar is super helpful as well. Don't know why I rode back here, to be honest. Especially playing like Druid and being like kind of an off healer, knowing when the thing they're targeting is getting low on health makes it super easy to heal. You can just immediately swap to them and heal. Super good. Ah, yes. Welcome to Northrend. Ulduar it is. Actually, no. First, this place over here, whatever that's called. Uthgard Pinnacle, there we go. Oh. Yeah, what else did we get? Oh yeah, got Violet the Sands for getting the Sandstone Drake. Got those two on my Druid, which is nice. I think I did actually do that yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, 23rd. I think my Druid's like level 36, 37, something like that now. So not far to go, to be honest. I thought the leveling on the Druid has gone faster than the leveling on my Monk. The Monk leveling feels real slow for some reason. I don't know if it's just because I'm used to like monks having like triple XP or whatever because of their like weird racial buffs, not racial, class buff thing. But that's gone now. That's rested XP. You don't get heirloom XP buffs. And you don't get the double XP from the BFA buff. So monks are real slow in comparison to what they used to be. Which kind of sucks. I liked the speed of monk leveling. It was dumb. You just like flew through levels in an hour. I think I've done most of that on my dwarf. I just needed to do like one more quest that I gave up on, which was like escorting a murloc or something. I just couldn't be asked to do it at the time. And just left to go to like Mists or Cataclysm or something. Yeah. Not a lot to go. Just a few bits. I think I started doing Ice Crown on the Druid last night as well. I think that was where I left it off. Which is cool, getting to do stuff with, I think it's Tyrion. Bunch of quests involving him. Because apart from, like, the last couple quest chains of Sholazar Basin, it's not really related to the Scourge at all. It's all, like, Hammett Nessingway and, just, like, off stories, which I like. It's something different, right? But, I should swap pet. Probably should have swapped pet ages ago. Yeah, speed buff. But yeah, it's only like at the very end you're like, oh yeah, no, we're fighting the Scourge. It's like, okay, yeah, go to Ice Crown. And then the Tyrion stuff is like very much you taking the fight to the Scourge, which feels good. I got that appearance already? Where was it? Cloth? No? Leather. Oh, yeah, I do have it. There. It's weird that the physician's robe is leather, not cloth, which is what the healers wear. But, okay. Guess that's what we've got over here. Although I guess Druid technically wears leather, don't he? And they're healer. Can be a healer. Yeah, I do like that Druid thing of like you can swap between and kind of be everything. It is like the jack of all trades class. Which feels good, I like it. In a weird way, I kind of like being playing a support class. Like it feels good, it feels rewarding to do stuff. Like, I can cover this thing in dots, I can AoE everything down, and I can keep you alive at the same time, sort of thing. Oh yeah. I don't think I've showed this on stream yet. There he goes. He's taking a deep breath. As he just hops through the sky. Oh, his animation actually works when he's flying away. Interesting. Doesn't work when he comes back round again. I can tell you that much. Yep, there he is. It's like they broke his resting animation or whatever. Odd. Oh, disappointing. Something I have been doing lately, like TV show wise, is rewatching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. from the beginning again. I haven't seen the latest season, I've seen the one before that. That's as far as I got up to with it. I think it was the season before that season where they like... It went real weird. Like, it's been going weird for a while. Like, it feels like it's gone very far from where it started out. It's kind of doing that Fast and Furious thing where like every season has to get slightly more extreme than the previous season. So like it starts out with, you know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. being spies and stuff and fighting Hydra eventually and like all of that stuff that was happening in the films at the time. Then the second season carries that on and starts to introduce like the Inhumans, and then the third season is all Inhuman stuff. Like it just keeps amping up and getting more and more like comic booky and extreme in that sense. But then the season where they go to the future and there's Kree ruling what's left of Earth, and it's just like, I don't know, it just didn't feel like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It felt like something else. Like it just had nothing to do with what they normally are doing. But season after that felt like it kind of went back to its roots again. Like it was all, well, I wouldn't say it was all set on Earth. Most of it was set on Earth, I think, and then it also had like stuff in space happening at the same time. There was like two storylines, which kind of felt better than it did in the last season. I preferred that. I haven't seen the latest season. From what I saw with the trailers, it looks interesting. It looks a little more like, you know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff rather than weird space sci-fi. Like, it was kind of, it felt like a, I wouldn't say a bad sci-fi show, but like, you know, the old Sci-Fi Channel stuff that was all kind of the same thing. It was just generic sci-fi set on a space station or whatever. I guess it was trying to like capture that whatever that season of Star Trek or whatever is that's all set on a space station that I also really don't like. I know a lot of people love it, but I found it incredibly boring, which is maybe why I didn't like that 8th season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that was also just all set on one space station, pretty much. I'm sure there can be interesting plots within that. I don't know. I just don't like it, I guess. Personal preference. But going back and watching the earlier seasons again really does make you appreciate like the amount of character growth that some of the characters go through, especially Fitz and Simmons. Like, they're just the two generic science guys in like the first season, but if you pay attention to their characters, especially Fitz, in that first season you see all the little elements that add up to his character in the later seasons. Which is really cool. Like, kind of spoilers for a show that's like, I think 5 years old at this point, but probably older actually. Eventually, there's a version of Fitz that's a bad guy, and you're revealed later on that that's like the other side of Fitz that's been there the whole time, and it's been a thing he's like struggling with since he was in like Shield Academy or whatever. Which you can see in the first season if you pay attention to some of the stuff his character, like how he reacts to certain things. Like, you kind of see bits of that version of him come through at times. Which is just incredibly good writing and acting, really. It's real good. Would recommend, like, definitely the first few seasons. Like, the first half of the first season is very much like just setting up characters. But I feel like they really benefited from doing that later, because you had all of these established characters and you knew, like, you know, you'd been with them the whole time, you'd seen all these different sides of them and bits of their personality coming through and stuff, and that kind of culminates in the later seasons when you get the full picture of everything that's been going on. So as much as that, like, first half of the first season I used to say wasn't great, looking back at it now after watching the later seasons, I actually really appreciate the first half of the first season. It's kind of slow, like I say, it's very much like character setup stuff, but it's needed, like, especially with how far they go with some of these characters. So watching it back, really appreciate it. Like, the second half of the season, I think that's when they start introducing, like, a whole bunch of the movie tie-in stuff, so you have all the, like, extra Thor bits that they never used in the films, like, Enchantress and, like, Sif shows up in one episode and stuff. There's, like, a bunch of stuff that happens. And then you also have Winter Soldier and then, like, the rise of Hydra, the fall of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that stuff. Which is really cool. Also, like, the first couple seasons feel like they tie into the films, whereas, like, the stuff after that kind of, it goes its own way, because they were trying to build up their own, like, TV universe at one point, I think. So they become more and more, like, disconnected from the films as it goes. Which is maybe why it gets a little wacky at times. I think they were supposed to be doing a like a Ghost Rider spin-off series and stuff, because he gets introduced in it. But I'm pretty sure that got cancelled, unfortunately. Oh yeah, there's just one version of this now, isn't there? But the other series that was supposed to be connected to that series is still going ahead. I think it's called Hellstrom or something. I haven't seen that. I don't even know if it's out yet, to be honest. I didn't pay that much attention to it. But I know that was supposed to be connected into that, because it's the whole, like, War for the Underworld thing. So yeah, it feels like they were trying to do their own thing and build up their own universe after so many seasons, which kind of makes sense. Kind of a shame things, like, fell through. That might be why we have, like, the weird space season where, like, I don't know, I feel kind of dumb, but interesting. I'm looking forward to watching the latest season whenever that gets put on to, like, Disney Plus, probably. Although Amazon Prime also has the rights to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, it's on both, which is weird, because generally it's just exclusive to one service. Which is why, like, I think it's Runaways that's on Disney Plus, only, like, the first 2 seasons, and the 3rd season's on Hulu. So it's like, if we can share Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. across 2 streaming services, why not the rest of the Disney stuff? Seems odd. I guess Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was maybe, like, already in a joint contract or whatever, and then obviously the Disney Plus thing happened and they still had the rights for it or something like that. Although Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is also one of the weird ones where, like, the rights for it to be broadcast are held by, like, 6 different companies or whatever. I think it gets broadcast over here on, like, 2 different channels. It has a different broadcaster in America, then it has, like, 2 different streaming services. Like, it's just kind of a mess.
You've done it. You've broken the defenses of Ulduar. In a few moments, we'll be dropping into... What's that?
Be nice if I had a way of, like, pulling all of these enemies in easier. Oh no, their health bars are going green again. I need to mess with that. Oof. So many weird little things I need to fix. Oh. Hold on a second. I need to do something with the music after we kill this boss. I think it went into an autoplay rather than looping the playlist for some reason. Why are you not dying? Oh, my pet's dead. Right, okay. That's why you have health. I see. I'm pretty sure this boss kills my pet all the time. There you go, he spawned back in with like a quarter of his health. Oh. Nice. We got the green variant of that, I guess. Ah yeah. Tabards. Can't see shit if you're in a tabard. Oh god, we have like bits of a whole bunch of sets now. We have 5 out of 9 of this? I do really like that set. I was wearing that on my my Worgen. I don't know if I've shown that yet, actually. I feel like I've mentioned the weird transmog that they gave us for a 6-month sub, right? That I'm not a big fan of. I tried to kind of make it work with my other hunter that's going to be Night Fae. Because I thought it kind of fit the naturey theme, like it's all based on the Fae dragons and whatever, so it feels very druidy or like, you know, Night Fae style thing. But there's not a lot of options that really fit with it, weirdly. Not that I have, anyway. So if I haven't shown that, I'll try bringing that up soonish. Maybe once we've ran Ice Crown. Apologies for the chair. I usually mute when I did that, but I was in the middle of jumping, so... I was already over. Yeah, music, 1 second. Gonna stop it again. Oh, no, it didn't stop it at all that time. Right, let's, yeah, we'll just play that one. Yeah, it decided it wanted to autoplay rather than playing the playlist that I have it set onto. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, I wasn't going to leave that playing with autoplay on, because it might have just brought up some random copyrighted track. And given the DMCA shit that's going on Twitch right now, I don't really want to push my luck. Kind of trying to avoid any track that even has remotely copyrighted stuff in. That's why I have my own like curated list of synthwave tracks and stuff. which for anybody listening on the YouTube side, is literally in the description. If other people want to use it, they're welcome to. Literally just copyrighted tracks that I found and made sure were actually copyright free, because when I was doing the streams with like chill wave and stuff playing instead, because I just wanted to like relax and not really talk a whole bunch. Most of those playlists aren't copyright free despite claiming to be. Like, they'll all have 1 or 2 tracks in them that aren't copyright free, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass. So I put together my own playlist of stuff that's actually fine. But it's also why I can't like specifically tell people which track is playing during what, because it's just a big ass playlist of like mixes. Like every video in the playlist itself is oh, we need to go to the anti-chamber to sell some stuff. Anti-chamber? Conservatory. Anti-chamber's the bit we're in, right? Or the previous bit, anyway. But no, I can vendor stuff over here. Which is a really nice touch, actually, design-wise. Like, having just an area where you can mount up to sell stuff. Beautifully done, Blizzard. Honestly, I feel like we've made more money doing this than we did doing the gold farming routes. I do want to do more of that though as well. On stream at some point we need to test like which Legion dungeons and raids and stuff are actually worth running, like actually on heroic and not through the LFR menu. Because the LFR thing is like really fast gold, but it's just not a lot. And it's still like an hour time investment to run all those dungeons, and then them not being really worth running doesn't really seem great, you know? Like, we got double the gold doing Pandaria, which has been gold squished, than we did running all the Legion LFR stuff. Which is insane. Oh wow, we pulled literally everything this time somehow. I don't think we pulled anything previously. Yeah, we got a bunch of plate pieces. Oh wow, that's thingy, Mograin's helmet, isn't it? Is that Death Knight specific? It doesn't say. Some of them are. Looks like that's available to everybody. Oh, and then we've got cool that helmet that I think I've got like 4 different variants of. In slightly different shades of metal. In fact, I'm just going to take a quick break. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. Hello. Right, where are we? Door. I still need to actually update the BRL back. Brain? I still need to update the BRB screen. Yeah, that works. We did that last time. I don't know if I did it on stream. But, yeah. And that works real well for doing that part of the dungeon. Raid. Same thing. But yeah, you have to kill... What is my brain doing? You have to clear that entire room in like one sweep, so by putting the AoE down it means that you have less targets to hit at once. And therefore all the stuff just can't respawn on top of you. The AoE will keep killing them as soon as they respawn, so you just need to kill the other things in the room and then it counts as everything dying. Works super well. Oh, I have a polar bear now too, apparently. Is he regenerating while he's up here?
Impossible. Lord Thorin, I will bring your foes a frigid death.
I yield. You, fiend! You are not my beloved! Be gone! Behold the hand behind all the evil that has befallen Ulduar. Left my kingdom in ruins, corrupted my
I mean, you were dating a tentacle, dude. I'm not sure I can trust your judgment on anything.
And now it falls to you, champions, to avenge us all. The task before you is great. I will lend you my aid as I am able. You must prevail.
How much gold have we made? Yeah, we've made as much gold doing 2 runs of Firelands, Ulduar, and Uthgard Pinnacle as we did doing the entire Pandaria gold farming route. I think my mount farming route is going to be my gold farming route moving forward, because it's more profitable.
We haven't much time, friends. You're going to help me test out my latest and greatest creation. Now, before you change your mind, remember that you kind of owe it to me after the mess you made with the XT002. Wonderful! Marvelous results! Potency 98.9%. Where moving right along.
Move out the bloody way, pets. I was trying to look at the actual, like, the room and kind of set that's been built around us. Because I realised I haven't really been doing that enough. There's a lot of effort and stuff just put into the designs around you, let alone the area you actually fight in. So it's kind of... It's interesting to see everything that they've done.
Thank you, friends. Your efforts have yielded some fantastic data. Now, where did I put those up there?
Pretty sure there's an achievement for doing this without getting hit by any of his attacks. I don't know how you do it, because the cannon always gets to shoot you. Like, dodging the mines isn't difficult. You just stand out the way and one-shot the Leviathan. But, like, this fucking thing, you just can't dodge. And that. But for some reason, having 0 health still got to shoot me. Also, I've still never got the blade or the boots from him. Which is odd.
Gaze upon its magnificence.
chest, please?
It would appear that I made a slight miscalculation. I allowed my mind to be
Okay.
corrupted by that fiend in the prison. Overriding my primary directive.
I got several Blade Wards, apparently.
Clear.
Nice 5 gold each on those. Pretty sure they used to be more as well, actually. Honey spiced moss. Mmm. Lovely. Salted venison? That doesn't sound too bad, actually. May as well just vendor some more stuff before we head down, actually. Can't make any of this stuff. Nice.
I'm out of range.
I suppose what also might be worth doing is combining the like max level bar and like the Azurite one, maybe. Although I guess if I make a custom bar, I can probably do that and mess with the settings more. I don't know if we're gonna get any sort of like tracker bar for Shadowlands stuff, like Anima or whatever. And obviously there's like the renown for your Covenant as well, but that has its own like custom UI, so I don't know if we get a tracker bar for that either. I don't know if it's really worth bothering to like figure out an Azurite tracker bar with my XP one, considering it's useless in more than likely a month or so. Also, that's irritating. I can't activate auto walk when this stuff is in my way.
The time to strike at the head of the beast will soon be upon us. Focus your anger and hatred on his minions. Yes, yes.
I got debuff for walking through this, probably.
Give no pause to your attacks.
Yeah, I get whatever that is. Damage done increased by 20%, damage taken increased by 100. Nice. Seems like a pretty big debuff. Lasts a while too.
Let hatred and rage guide your blows.
I wonder if I can also do this in just one full thing and just kill all of them immediately. My pet is somehow like half dead still.
Yes, show them no mercy. Give no pause to your attacks.
Yeah, the purification beam like instantly kills them because they're abominations or whatever, aren't they? Aberrations. I still don't truly understand what the mechanic of this is. Like, what causes Yogg to actually come out? Like, is it based on her health? Is it based on how many minions you've killed? Because I just killed like 10 of them at the same... It is her health, okay.
Show them no mercy. Give no pause to your attacks.
Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. I'm also now curious as to whether it's things dying near her that trigger that, or things just dying in general. can go shh yourself away now, Yoke, because I'm fucking done. Got nothing. Again. I don't even really want the mount anymore. I just don't want to have to do Ulduar. I do like Ulduar. It's a well-designed raid, and I especially like the fact that there's kind of like little pockets where you can mount up and sell stuff and like repair and things. Like it feels like it was well thought out. But kind of done it a lot, you know. Also, why am I flying to the flight path? I may as well just fly straight there. Because yeah, this is the expansion where they added the cell amount and stuff, so it makes sense they designed things around it. Because you can do the same thing in Ice Crown as well. When you get to can't remember her name now. Is it Syndragoza's landing? Something like that. The undead dragon. You can mount up there and sell stuff. So I love the skybox and Storm Peaks. They're like lightning in the clouds that are rolling past and stuff. Looks real pretty. It's a shame you don't get more like lightning strikes actually coming down around the area and stuff. It could be something they add as a little feature if they wanted to like spruce up old stuff. Which I hope they take the advantage of the fact that they can do that when we're in the Shadowlands, like for the next expansion after it. From what they were saying, we're not getting a time skip, but it would still be nice for them to like just take time to like add little things to old content. Not like necessarily Cataclysm revamp everything, but like, you know, we've got the tech to add more stuff to everything now, right? Like, we can add more particle effects, we can add better lighting, and improve textures and models and stuff to everything, because the game and people's computers can handle more now, right? So why not revamp old stuff and add like little bits and pieces here and there just to help bring everything up to the same level? Especially now that they've made old content like relevant again. My brain's just like so slow today. Yeah, they've made old content all relevant again by making it all part of the leveling system, because you can level through every expansion now, right? So revamping some old content, adding some like better textures, and I think they've done the new lighting thing, right? That's a thing in the pre-patch. Which I've not really noticed a big deal, to be honest, but I also don't have a new enough like GTX card, I don't think, to use like ray tracing and stuff on it. Which is unfortunate. If things had gone a little differently, I might have a new graphics card, but they didn't, so here we are. To be fair, my 1080 still holds up. Like, it still works with everything. Most of the time I can still play stuff on high in 4K with a 1080, which is pretty good. I don't got my pet. Oh, I do. He's just real far behind, I guess. Oh, 9 is not what I meant to use. Whoops. I'm still pressing 9.
Remember, heroes, fear is your greatest enemy in these befouled halls. Steal your heart.
I'm moving so fast. Fuck. My Trailblazer's still on.
Our march upon Icecrown Citadel begins now.
It's interesting that stuff loses aggro in ICC, like even in the first corridor.
I swore that I would see you dead in the scourge.
In most raids and stuff, things don't lose aggro on you at all. Like even in dungeons, thinking about it. Like the undead from the start of the Cataclysm Scarlet Monastery literally follow you through walls to come after you and like chase you through the dungeon. But the Scourge in the first hallway of ICC are like, nah, it's too much effort. Can't be asked to walk down this corridor.
You are among the few gifted with true vision in a world cursed with blindness. What is this disturbance? You dare tread the man on the hallowed ground! This shall be your final resting place, inevitable!
Yeah, we've literally made as much money as, well, as much money as doing, Legion. Gold farming route. By just running Firelands and Ulduar, pretty much. I might literally have to combine my gold farming and mount farming routes into one thing. I'm not even sure how I'd word that. Like, it's a mount farming route that gives you gold?
It must be so.
Like, huh? And then also a lot of people probably already have, like, the Firelands mounts, right? So, like... I don't know. Certainly works. Firelands doesn't take long to do. It's not a complex dungeon. Especially not if you have AoE. Oh god, imagine doing Firelands as a druid, actually, now. Because you can just run around with the, what is it, Starfall on. It's like a moving AoE around you. You could just clear the entire starting section with just the Starfall thing. Holy shit. I need to get my druid to 50. I was gonna say 60, but might be a bit difficult to do that one. But yeah, definitely 50. Jesus. The ability for that to farm, insane. Especially, I wonder if I can get a talent or something to make it so I can cast while in flight form. Or travel form, at least. I could probably cast while in cat form, right? Just sprint around the start, casting that the whole time, just deleting everything. Would be insane. Why is my pet permanently at like half health? Oh, I guess it's bugged because he's at full health. It just ends here, weirdly. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Yeah, it ends at like the P. I guess that's maybe that's just the shading because the pterodactyl's long. Also, the pterodactyl is the wrong way around. I just noticed that. X offset that way. There we go.
Hello.
Let's get a move on then. For every horde soldier that you killed, for every alliance dog that fell, the Lich King's armies.
Can you use the paladin like undead fear on this guy? Because he's listed as undead. It'd be pretty funny if you just made him run off the edge.
To get much worse. Come, taste the power that the Lich King has bestowed upon me.
Deathbringer Sar. I just noticed that. Deathbringer Sar. Never noticed that, like, just it squishing his name, like... Oh god, I just noticed how weird and awkward that UI looks. God, I need to fix the, like, the level bit on my UI, I think. It was working before, I don't know what I've done differently this time. That's irritating. Need to reposition it.
That was Sourfang's boy, the Horde commander at the Rathgate. Such a tragic end. What the? There in the distance.
By the light, the transporter worked.
Soldiers, fall in! Looks like the Horde are coming to take another.
I'm wondering if it'd be worth actually repositioning and resizing a bunch of my UI elements. Because I just noticed all the gaps are different sizes and stuff. It's irritating. Most of it looks fine, it's just like little bits. I should probably stop pointing stuff out like that, because it's probably irritating more than just me. Oh god, yeah, I hate the fact that their health bars go green. Not helpful at all. The boss health bars are definitely in a better place than they were before. And I've got more vision on all the things than I did previously as well. Because that's, I think, slightly bigger than it was before. It's helpful.
No co kills Ilmok Atar.
Apart from if I use Escape Artist, which just gets rid of it. Oh, they just reapplied it. Did they fix the weird ice crown thing where you could just escape it using the gnome racial? Oh, okay. Never mind. They figured me out. Gotta get something today, surely, right? Well, like, we're running basically everything. The odds should be, like, somewhat more in our favor than they are normally.
Jaina, why are you crying?
I'm out of range.
Oh god, I didn't realize we've been going for an hour and a half already, Jesus. If this was my, like, old stream times, I'd have, like, half an hour left of the stream.
I'm proud of my
Jeez. Gone fast.
Muradin, secure the deck and prepare our soldiers for an assault on the upper citadel. I'll send out another regiment from Stormwind.
We go yet? This is my, like, least favorite part of this raid. There we go. Just that doorway section right there. My least favorite part.
Good news, everyone. I think I've perfected a plan that will destroy
God, my DPS seems lower against this guy.
News, everyone. I don't think I'm going to make it.
Oh yeah, also they got rid of slow fall on the pterodactyl, so we can't do the cheesy jump down from the vampires thing. Can still jump down, but I'm gonna take a lot of damage doing it. Where did that ready to work come from? What? Have I accidentally opened Hearthstone in the background or something? Oh, also, I mentioned before about the Phasmophobia hackers and saying that kind of sounded fun because it would add a lot more variety to stuff. I actually saw someone have a hacker in their game. It was more just creepy than anything. Like, it's just weird. It made me feel incredibly uncomfortable about the whole thing. Like, I definitely regret saying it sounded fun. Like, there's definitely a way that you could use those, like, hacker tools to make the game have more variety, but I feel like it needs, like, a... Oh my god, they follow us the whole way here. It needs, like Kraken's Colosseum, it needs somebody, like, actually controlling it and running it and, like, making it fair and balanced and not just being a dick with it, basically. And not being incredibly creepy and making everyone feel uncomfortable, including the audience. But I'm hoping that Phasmophobia see that, and rather than, like, obviously they're putting in security and stuff and getting rid of the hackers in the next update. I don't know if it's out yet or not. That's really good, genuinely. They definitely did the right thing there. But I hope they kind of take inspiration from that and add, like, a curator type mode, right? Like, having somebody actually be, like, the puppet master behind the spirit or whatever. But, like, something that, you know, you can play with friends, you can have somebody, like, messing with everyone else and stuff. But kind of, I think a good way of doing it would be, like, the Left 4 Dead versus system, where you can't spawn in like, the view of friendly players or whatever. So kind of a system like that forces you to, like, if you can spawn things in and mess with the players, like, you can only do it, like, out of their vision or, like, a ways away from them, and the AI still controls the ghost and stuff. So that you can't, you know, just ruin it for your friends by, like, spawning the ghosts and stuff on top of them. There needs to be, like, restrictions in place to, like... I said like a lot. There needs to be restrictions in place to make it balanced. But I definitely think it's a system they could work on, and I think it would be fun. Personally. Definitely be able to dismiss them before they pull stuff. Although we don't have aggro, so maybe I did. Should have dismissed then jump. Ow. Right, okay. We gotta murder you. Where's the other one? Oh, all the way at the back. Beautiful. I guess the Valkyrie is killing them as they run or something? I don't know, I'm pretty sure they just fall over. I mean, she must be throwing out, like, banana peels or whatever. She's like that giant monkey from Hearthstone. Banana Vicryl. Just throws bananas all over the place. I was right, it is Syndragosa. There's a lot of dragons that all have very similar names in WoW. It's not easy to remember all of them. Oh, you bitch. Right, okay. Time to sit and wait for a lift. I've mentioned before not being like a super fan of Stormhound stuff, right? I am kind of hoping that they put the bundles back on sale though. Like the expansion ones, where are they? Like these ones. They don't actually have all of them in game, weirdly, because we have the WoD and another one as well, I think. Well, I think you can buy the WoD version, and then the Pandaria mount is its own separate thing you can buy, isn't it? But I'd really like to get the WoD bundle. But, like, I don't want to pay the full price for it. Just on the premise of, the full price is, like, a month's sub, if not a bit more. And I can definitely earn more than one mount in a month, considering the feat we have already accomplished. So buying like one store mount or whatever doesn't really seem worth it to me. Thinking about it, when I get the Druid leveled up, I could probably use the Druid to farm out the Sky Guard easier. Because the Druid can just tag everything instantly with its dots, right? So that might actually make doing the Sky Guard rep farm way easier. Go in flight form, you never stop moving, you can instantly like tag everything, and with it being older content by the time I get to it, means I'm just going to be able to one-shot everything. So yeah, we are going to do a lot of mount farming on that Druid once it's maxed. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I apologize for that. Jesus. I'm very sorry. That was way too loud. I hope everything's still fine audio-wise. It looks like everything's about right still. That's good, at least. Sorry. I have like a padded thing to like protect my wrist against my desk. Oh, I didn't know I just got off that.
You wish to buy? Trade?
Yeah, I accidentally knocked that off my desk because it's kind of a bit bigger than it needs to be, so I kind of push it to the edge and keep it like on the edge using my wrist a lot of the time. Buy this back. And it just dropped off, so I decided to lean down and grab it off the floor again. And accidentally leaned onto the button on my headphones, which increases the volume. So that music got very loud for 2 seconds. I do apologize. Nice. We've got loads of plate stuff, though. Loads. I can't see the chest piece. There's no point even looking at that, can I? No. There's some generic green boots and some braces, which, again, you can't see. Oh, I'm glad you boys are coming up the lift with me. Yeah, I'll have to remember that actually, you can't even put things on top of videos anymore on YouTube, can you? Because YouTube got rid of them. I was going to say I'd add like a little warning, but no, I'd have to literally put the entire stream into my video editing software, add a small text message that would tell people that there's an audio spike, then spend 5 hours rendering the stream before I could upload it. Because YouTube decided to get rid of one of its most useful features. For no fucking reason. To be fair, I do get why they did it, because a lot of people used it to just spam messages all over the screen, and it was really irritating, but you know. Normal people used it to actually add information.
We'll grant you a swift death, Arthur. More than can be said for the thousands you tortured and slain.
I can't even remember what they were called now. Wasn't it like captions or something? They were like little boxes of coloured... Like little... You could make it like red or green or whatever, like a little box, and you'd write text in it, and you could add links and stuff to it. It was like an all-inclusive version of the current system where you can add like the little information pop-up in the right corner. Which is nice, because it works across all their platforms rather than just the desktop app, but... Still... The old system was just far more inclusive and far more helpful. Yeah, that computation device is still broken good, isn't it? 2-minute cooldown, but 8,000 damage in 2 seconds. My execute does 1,600. It's insane. I was just looking at the damage numbers, and that is ridiculous. That one. It's 10 times the damage that my kill command does. 10 times. It's gonna be so weird not having that in Shadowlands. But it's gonna be I mean, it already is terrible. It's item level 74 next to item level 100. For a trinket that does literally nothing in comparison. It does 1/8 of the damage and only has a chance to happen. Whereas that does 8,000 damage in 2 seconds and is a lower item level. Really? How? Like, how is this considered worse? Interface section failed because of I don't know. I can't even bring it up because I'm in a fight with the Lich King. Cool. You know, you're really like wasting my time, Arthas.
Blessing. Give me the strength.
So I'm slowly going further and further out in these donuts. Cool if I could mount up here, to be honest. It's very much outdoors, considering the sky is above us. It's more outdoors than Syndragos' platform. Come on. Thanks for the 3 different fucking axes, you dumb bitch. Well, Karazhan it is, I guess. I feel like we did Onyxia when we were doing the Halloween achievement thing, right? We've probably already got that covered. That man is a griffin. Interesting. Where even are we? Oh, we're here. Did we not do Onyxia? Oh. Okay. Cool. First Wind Spring, Ulduar, Emerald Nightmare, Nighthold, Throne of Thunder, Siege of Orgrimmar, Megashan Vaults twice, Ice Crown, Firelands. Firelands again, Tomb of Sargeras, Heart of Fear, twice. Interesting. Pretty helpful leveling during the Halloween event, actually, because I'm pretty sure there's an XP buff from, like, visiting one of the towns or whatever, right? And then there's also the sweet things. Brain, Jesus. The, like, sweet buckets give you, like, scaling amounts of XP. So you can actually get, like, a decent amount of leveling done doing it during the Halloween event. Nice. Let's do Zul'Gurub first. Because I can Hearthstone out of Karazhan or them to walk all the way back out. Zul'Gurub's just like walking down a path pretty much to get out. It's not that bad. Still haven't actually tried the Sandstone Drake out. I put it on my bar because I kind of want to use it as like a utility thing as opposed to like a favorited mount or whatever. It's just something I can use if I need to like carry a friend somewhere or whatever. Like it's just for convenience as opposed to anything else. Like for example, if I was doing stuff with Kyle, I don't think he's finished the Horde BFA side, so if I was doing stuff with him I could hop on the Sandstone Drake and fly off rather than him having to like walk everywhere. Because I did go through the ordeal of unlocking flying in BFA. To be fair, I did a lot of it kind of inadvertently. Because I already wanted, I know I wanted the Dark Iron Dwarves, and I know I wanted the Mechanomes. So everything else was just kind of a thing I did along the way by accident, pretty much. Oh, I also wanted the Kultirans. Like, I wanted these two, which is why they're the first ones I unlocked. So I kind of focused them down. Oh yeah, I do technically have the heritage armor on that, which is why it has a later achievement date, because I'm pretty sure I got that one way earlier. Pretty sure I got the Dark Iron Dwarves like last year. They were like the first allied race I unlocked, I think. It took me a bit longer to get the Kultirans because of having to grind out Proudmoore rep or whatever. Before the double rep bonus thing, which would have been real nice to have earlier, Blizzard. Just saying. Yeah, because I already wanted those two, it kind of made getting the flying unlocked for BFA easier, because it just was kind of doing what I was already doing anyway, but for the extra factions. And a lot of the time I would focus like the Tortolan quests and like kill quest whenever I was doing the rep farm for Kultiras stuff, because the Tortolan quests are super easy. Like one of them is just like match 2, the one's directing a turtle around a maze. The only awkward one is the turtle made it to the water ones. I don't like either of those, I find them both infuriating. They're not as bad now. I think they've actually improved them since I did it. I still kind of refuse to do them most of the time. Because when I first did it, you could just like shoot through the birds and like you'd shoot at the crabs on the beach and it would do nothing. Like half the time your bullets just would have no effect, so the turtles would just die and it would take longer than they needed to. Oh, and the other one's the calligraphy one, isn't it? Where you just like run in a shape, but if you're mounted up, you can do the entire shape before the shape disappears, so you don't have to remember or guess anything. So you just choose a small mount like, well, I can't remember the name of the mount, Hearthsteed. Because Hearthsteed's thin and small, so you can see the whole path, and you can just run the whole thing in like 2 seconds before it even goes away, and just get perfect every time, whatever. Which is nice. Like, the Tortolan stuff was really easy to do. I kind of just did that at the same time as the Kultirans. And then just finished off what I needed for that and Champions of Azeroth. After I'd finished everybody else's. But I think the next mount I save up for is going to be buying the Griffin from Drustvar. Because I still haven't bought that yet. It's the Griffin I want the most, because I think it has the best like colour scheme out of all of them. But it was kind of a lot to save up for one mount or whatever. I can't remember how much it is now. But I just knew there was like 5 other mounts I could buy on the auction house if I just waited instead, so I'm kind of putting it off a lot. But now I've kind of bought everything that's on the auction house, apart from mounts that are like, you know, 500,000 gold each, which, fuck that, quite frankly. Now I've kind of cleared out all the cheaper mounts. Now I can start saving up for the mounts that I actually want. I can not mount up, there we go. Yeah, like I said, now I can focus on the ones that I actually want that are a little more expensive, that aren't like auction house related. Because especially with things like the Vial of the Sands and the Vein Seeker and stuff, like you kind of had to drop unlucky with them, because at times they were stupidly high money, and then sometimes they drop really low, and then they'd shoot back up again because everyone bought them out or whatever. So it's just a matter of being patient and picking things off when they went down, before they'd pop back up again. Like the Vial of the Sands. Now I kind of have all the utility mounts as well, which is nice. Apart from the Transmog one, which I think comes from Pandaria, right? Obviously I can't get the Brutosaurus anymore, but... That's not that big a deal, to be honest. Yeah, fuck out of here with your invincible. I'm gonna get that mount eventually. What am I stuck on? A tiny branch? Jesus. I will get invincible eventually. It will drop one of these days. I also might actually do some research on Wowhead, probably after the stream actually, while things are uploading, because I want to see if I can find other people's like undead or kind of like Death Knight-y transmogs, but for other classes, because I'd like to put together some extra sets and stuff. Like I was saying, I want to do like a transmog stream at some point of like farming those out. It'll probably be like Thursday next week with the reset and everything. Actually do this one first. But yeah, I want to do that at some point. So it'd be good to have several things to go for, because right now I just have like the Blackrock Foundry set for plate. It's kind of the only thing I've really got on my mind of like things I want to get. To be fair, I've already got a lot of stuff for my hunter. Damn it. Called the Reigns of the Fiery Warhorse? Or just Fiery Warhorse, one or the other. I'm just trying to learn what the thing is I actually need to look out for. Oh, we did actually get a dagger we haven't had before. Interesting. Warp dagger. Oh, it's just like a regular old knife because it's Burning Crusade era. That's cool. Adds to my collection of like 400 daggers or whatever. Maybe I should play a rogue at some point and actually use the daggers. Seemingly, the daggers just drop every time I kill a boss that can drop one. But the, you know, like the guns or the bows that they can drop, yeah, no, not happening. You know, the weapons I can actually use.
I think it wise.
I do really need to do a run-through of Exile's Reach at some point as well. I need to see what can drop for priests, because I have an undead priest ready to go through Exile's Reach, because I wanted to play it to get some of the transmog stuff. Because I think it's the PvP gear that drops, right? And that's shared across faction. Like, if you have the Alliance side stuff, then you have the Horde side stuff as well. Because I have a whole bunch of the leather set, but I've never played like a leather class through BFA, but I have played my Demon Hunter, which was Horde. So I might do that at some point. Because I really want to get the, I think it's the polearm or a staff or something. It's just like a stick of bamboo. Which, if my Demon Hunter could use, would be perfect for her, like, a wild transmog or whatever. I can't remember the name of it, I need to look it up. It's kind of inspired by, like, an X-Men thing that happened a long time ago now, I think. That's kind of the picture I have in my head, and, like, the bamboo staff would be perfect for it, but I don't know if Demon Hunters can even use polearms. I think they're kind of restricted on what they can transmog stuff into. Which sucks a little bit. Whereas, like, hunters can have everything. Which is insane. Because survival can use, like, almost every weapon in the game. And then, obviously, marksman and beastmaster are kind of guns and bows and crossbows. So they can use almost everything other than, like, shields and maces, I think, is the limit. Yeah. We don't get shields or maces, one-handed or two-handed. But other than that, we get everything. We even get offhands, don't we? What's it in here? Yeah, held in offhand. Like, hunters can collect everything. Which is beautiful. No, good, I can't hurt Cogglestone because he's got a bubble. There we go. Nice. Oh, the candle of flickering lumens. Alright, may as well just pull all this stuff into this back room. There we go. I suddenly have a tiger. These Azurite powers, just weird. I have been keeping to my my plan of kind of trying to avoid some Shadowlands news a little bit. Still seen bits and pieces. I think I saw a Preach video on like the Covenant Wars or whatever, but for the most part, kind of just trying to stick away from it for now. And I am actually feeling better about the expansion, funnily enough. There definitely needs to be people like, you know, Preach and Asmon and everyone else who's like, this is a dumb decision. On things, like, Blizzard needs people like that. Otherwise, they're gonna make a bunch of dumb decisions and make a bad expansion, right? So the game does need people who are gonna, like, point out issues and stuff. But personally, kinda trying to avoid it. Because I don't know, I guess just don't need I feel bad about something, I'd rather be excited for it. Kind of the way I see it is, even if something's bad, there's going to be at least something that I enjoy in the expansion. Can I target, please? Thank you. Can't really target anything in here. It's kind of just a mess. Where's the huntsman? I can't see him in just the wall of names. Where's Midnight? Who I apparently can't target? For whatever reason. Oh, hello, spectral horses. Aren't you a Stormount? What? Oh, it's the fucking shitty ass gem. God damn it. Why did they make a gemstone that looks like the drop from the other version of Karas? Disappointed. Actually, wait. Let's use the cloak instead. Right. Actually, we'd be better off going the other way, wouldn't we? To Borealis, and then through to Silithus, and then over to Onyxia. I think. Doing all the mount farming route definitely takes longer than the gold farming stuff, so maybe the money value from Pandaria isn't actually that bad, right? Because, like, yes, it's half what it was, but it's 4,000 gold in an hour, which isn't that bad, considering we've made 3,000 in 2 doing the gold farming route. And then also right now we still get the, one second. We still have the emissary caches that are like 2,000 gold each, so if we get a couple of those in a week paired with the 4,000 gold, it's kind of almost back where it was, pretty much. The Pandaria route still has more merit than I originally thought. It sucks it's half what it was, but still. Yeah, I need to figure out, like, Legion raids and stuff that aren't super long, really. I think that's going to be the key to it, because that's kind of why Pandaria was so fast, because you could just, where was it? End of Spring, where it's literally 3 bosses for the whole raid. You go through it in, like, 10 minutes, and you get a crap load of gold from it, like 1,000 just from that, right? Heart of Fear, again, super short. Mogasham Vault's also really short. The only one that's really long was like Throne of Thunder and Siege of Orgrimmar, like these two, right? The rest are real quick. Whereas I feel like a lot of the Legion raids are long. Like, they have a lot of bosses. Although I feel like Tomb of Sargeras might be the best bet. Because everything's broken up into sections, right? Whereas, like, Emerald Nightmare kind of goes all over the place, although I suppose we could do that with Emerald Nightmare by using the LFR thing. If it works. Because you can, there was a thing you could do with Pandaria where you could load into an instance of one of the, I can't remember what they're called, they're like special event things. You could load into one of those, teleport out, and then teleport back to where you were, and it would allow you to like skip to places. So I'm wondering if we can do that, but with Emerald Nightmare, and basically do what we do when we did the LFR version. And go to Ursoc, teleport out, go kill the dragons, teleport out, come back in, kill Cenarius, teleport again and kill Xavius or whatever, right? Actually, we don't need to teleport for Xavius, but still. As long as we can get past, like, these three, we could probably do the teleport thing for these. Which would make the whole thing a lot faster. Looking at the gold value of these things. It's still no old Pandaria route, but it's still pretty good. Gear slots, have we got... Can I just filter it by weapon? Because they're generally the most valuable thing. I actually don't see weapons listed anywhere in this. Shoulders, neck, artifacts. That's it. Huh? Then no weapon drops in Emerald Nightmare? Oh, I guess Legion probably doesn't have any, does it? Because it had the legendary weapons. Trial of Valor's only 3 bosses. That might be our Terrace of Endless Springs. And we can fly through Legion now, so we probably can do that. Oh, I need to make sure this is 25, man. I don't know if it actually adds any percentage to the drop chance, but there's like an old theory about it, I'm pretty sure. So, oh, I've just gone straight back out. Good job. How did I manage that? Oh, it put me in facing the wrong way. That was odd. What is actually the Paragon caches and stuff for today? Or Emissary cache? Item, weapon. Meh. Probably worth doing in my other classes, but for my main, not really worth touching, really. Yeah, no. I'm actually going to sit down and try and figure out a gold farming route for Legion, I think. Because we got through all that LFR stuff in, what, like 30 minutes? Which is about the same time it took us to do the whole Pandaria thing. So it just depends how quickly we can get from, like, raid to raid. Obviously, the big end one, kind of difficult to get to because you have to go all the way to Argus. And get to that part in Argus to access it, which I don't know if I've ever even blown it open. Pretty sure you have to do the quest line to actually open it up, don't you? Die, please? Thank you, Jesus. How have we got nothing? Like, literally, not a single drop. Not one. Cleared Argus, we've done ICC, we did Ulduar, we did Uthgard Pinnacle, we've done Zul'Gurub, we've done both versions of Karazhan. Did Firelands twice. We've done Onyxia and got nothing. Come on, Blizzard. Please. just one mount. Just one, please. One mount off of 220. So close. To be fair, I do need to start doing Argent Crusade again. How many seals and stuff have we got, actually? 8. Okay. 8. Yikes, okay. It's like 142 we've got to earn, which is like several days worth. You know what? I can't be asked to do that right now, so let's switch on over to the Druid for a little bit. Do some leveling. Let's sell all the stuff first and mailbox everything. And then we shall see. In fact, we could send some stuff over and, like, open up all the loot boxes. Oh, also auction house stuff. 70 gold, another 40, another 36, another 91. Nice. And we also got some screws and bolts from that boss. In fact, I'll do the mailing afterwards. Basically just got a minus like 200 off of the gold income, and we'd get the actual numbers. All that. And that. So, in doing all of that, we got almost 4,000. Well, like 3,500-ish gold. For, the entire mount farming run. Minus, like, Dragon Soul and Siege of Orgrimmar, because I ain't doing that. No. Looking a bit dumb right now, but that's fine. Leveling gear. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned about looking at heirlooms in a previous stream. Jesus, sorry. I keep forgetting to like bang stuff. Yeah, I mentioned looking at heirlooms and potentially like upgrading them, and then realised that upgrading the heirlooms is incredibly expensive. Because it's like, what, 500 gold per heirloom upgrade? You've got to upgrade every heirloom 4 times to get it to actually work all the way up to 50. So you must be rolling in money to be able to like afford to do that for every class. And I have no idea how. Wait, what? I have quests in Crystal Zone? Oh, okay. Huh. Why not? Let's go do those. Oh yeah, I did actually get all of the forms for my Druid as well. I don't know if I mentioned that on stream or not. All the Druid forms are like 50 gold on my auction house on the server, so I was just like, oh, well, I'll just buy all of those then rather than grinding up to 300 inscription, because it's 50 gold. I've earned like almost 1,000 by leveling. Like, why would I bother, like, you know, grinding that out? Something I haven't seen is if this UI solves the issue that the old one had with the like button not being clickable. Like area button. What actually is this quest? Crystalline enemies killed? Crystallized energy. And heartwood. Do I need to use an item? Wants you to retrieve 8 pieces of crystallized energy. Yeah, fuck, I'll just kill one and find out. An unbound dryad. Interesting. Okay, yep, cool. I get it by just murdering them. Simple enough. I definitely feel like I can be a little more patient with this than the Hunter. Like, with everything having casting times, you can kind of just sort of take it a bit more chill. I think I might actually treat myself tonight, because, you know, been eating healthy, been doing well. I might treat myself tonight with a nice glass of rum, a little bit of leveling, you know?
I must get close.
Sounds like a good time. I feel like Druid is kind of perfect for that, because I can just press a button, nothing to do, press the next button. Like, it's just... It doesn't feel like Paladin, where you're just constantly waiting for cooldowns. It's like a good middle ground between the two, where there's enough chill there that I can do it while, like, doing something else. But it's not boring, if that makes sense. I just need to take the time during this pre-patch to learn how to tank. Because, like, I can heal, I can DPS, but one thing I haven't learned how to do is tank yet. And I feel like doing that while leveling would probably be a good idea, because then I can learn it properly. People are still going to get mad at you for not knowing how to tank in a game that's like 15 years old or whatever, but, you know. Who gives a shit, really? Is that an elite? Yes. The Unbound Ancient. The TPS on that, like, AoE attack is ridiculous. The health bars just melt when you activate it. It's insane. Oh, we also need Ancient Elven Masonry, which I think comes from somewhere else. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, Valid Bomb? No, that's the same quest we're already on. I'm not paying any attention. I'm just reading stuff while pressing one button over and over again. Yeah, then you can just do that, and there you go, full health. Druids. I'm assuming that stomping was, yep, big tree boy over there. Oh. Elven Masonry over here? Yes. Really zoomed out on this character. I feel like I need to be.
I require a target.
So I guess something that might be worth mentioning is I have a really basic macro setup for this character. I've only got 4 out of 8 crystallized energy somehow. Yeah, really basic macro that is, I think I just call it like Travel Form Plus or something, yeah. It's basically just a macro that says if I'm outdoors, change to flight mode. If I'm indoors, change to cat form. If I'm already in either of those forms, change to Moonkin. Because it allows me to streamline like the whole combat thing even further than what Druid already allows you to do. So with having that macro, there's literally 0 downtime playing Druid. Which makes this whole experience even nicer. Yeah, I think I'm going to write that gold farming route down and try and figure out how to optimize it and figure out like the positions of stuff. Definitely feel like it will benefit people. Also means I'll have my own gold farming route rather than kind of just like using bits and pieces of other people's. As much as I like sort of, you know, trying to help the community by sharing that information that I've learnt from different people and stuff and referencing back to it all the time. It'd be kind of nice to have my own little thing that I can share with people rather than just relaying other people's information, essentially. Really not getting a lot of crystallized energy from these boys. I say that, I've realised I've actually been gathering loads of it and not paying any attention. Good job. I thought I was still on 4, but apparently I'm on 7. My brain really does just go into autopilot when I'm playing Druid. Because it requires, like, no brain power whatsoever. Did I just steal that from that hunter? Whoops. It's fine, he can do the same thing to me in 2 seconds right here. Oh, I'm also being attacked through the wall. Interesting. I mean, I guess it was a spirit, to be fair. That does make some sense. Nope. I do love playing Druid. It's just, I don't know, nice. Like, the leveling experience for them is just so much more chill and free-flowing than, like, every other class. I don't know how other, like, how many different ways I can word that, really, because it's just kind of satisfying. And I did it again. Right, where are we going? Ice Crown? Yes. Back we go. Oh, Jesus. Ugh, my quested XP thing isn't doing anything anymore. It now shows the rested XP over the top of it. Interesting. Questlog XP 0, apparently. I think I might just be slightly broken. Oh, there we go. Oh, right, okay. It does it based on zone now. I think I might have ticked a box by accident. Because technically all my quests are in Ice Crown rather than Crystal Song or whatever that place was. Crystal Song? Yeah. So none of the bar shows up until I fly back to Ice Crown. I feel like I am doing this place kind of backwards. Because I started doing Sholazar, then went straight to Ice Crown. Does Crystal Song even have a quest line? Nope. Interesting. Just a part of the Ice Crown's storyline. But yeah, I've not done the Storm Peaks, I've not done Zul'Darak. Zul'Darak? I've not done Grizzly Hills or Howling Fjord. I think I started Howling Fjord on my Death Knight, so I guess I'll finish that off on that character. Some point. I was considering changing specs on my Death Knight actually, and seeing what Frost was like, but I feel like I might be better off sticking with Unholy now, from what I've seen. Oh, what do I need to use this on? Sanctify the Bones of the Fallen and the Spirits. Oh, okay. It's the Argent Crusade quest. Where you go to the island and you purify whatever. Wait, I'm supposed to use it on these guys? No, I'm supposed to kill them. Oh, I guess I can use it on these guys though. There we go. Yeah, that's literally a quest for the Argent Crusade when you fly up to the island up north. You have to sanctify the bones of the, like, fallen Tuskar or whatever they're called, the Walrus people. I've been stunned. Oh no. It just stunned me for a few seconds longer. It would have died to my, like, my dot rather than me. I wonder if I can do it to their bones as well then, considering the icon is coming up on their thing. Oh, these guys can heal themselves. Interesting. Not irritating at all. I guess they're reanimated Crusaders, so they're Paladins, aren't they? Makes sense. Also kind of weird that they do that, though, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where the lore stands on that, because I know healing with the light hurts undead, usually. I guess these boys probably don't feel much anyway, because they're like under the control of the Lich King. They're the mindless scourge or whatever, aren't they? I'm actually curious where the lore is on that as well. Like, what defines a scourge from a Forsaken? Like, can a scourge just become a Forsaken by, like... Or are their minds too far gone? That sort of thing. I feel like it's something I might want to look up, honestly. I'm not paying enough attention to interrupt their spells. Which is real bad, I'm aware. Oh yeah, my emergency bar is different on this character now because the UI changes. It's not all the way across, and now I can't move it because there's a thing in front of it as well. Irritating. Yeah, you can't reposition this icon with LVUI. You can with Bartender. Weirdly. Can I sanctify these? No. Interesting. What are the other guys I need? Because these are the Crusaders. I also need High Priests, apparently. Oh, did I just interrupt him? Whoops. I was trying to make sure I'd have my interrupt ready and accidentally pressed it. Good job. They did the shield throw thing on me as well. Oh, we get Scourge Stones for this. Interesting, because I'm pretty sure they're an item in the Shadowlands pre-patch event thing, whenever that happens. I seem to remember getting those on the PTR. Pretty sure they're what you can use to buy the, like, gear set and stuff they're adding in pre-patch. Well, the other bit of pre-patch. It's kind of weird. The amount of gold you get while leveling seems way more than it used to be as well. So I guess the, like, gold problem won't be so much of an issue because you're going to be earning so much more as you level now. Kind of sucks for the characters that are already at max, but it's not too bad for those that you're leveling. And considering probably need a lot of ults for Shadowlands, that kind of makes sense. Nice. I need to find High Priests, apparently. Ah, Would you look at that? Yeah, I definitely need to add the Sandstone Drake to, like, all my bars now. Oh, I'm guessing I'm probably going to have to come and kill him eventually. We got anything else around here quest-wise? No, okay, it's just kill Scourge. Fine by me. One awkward thing I did notice while trying to do some leveling is that the party sync thing now, rather than shrinking you down to the lowest member, raises everybody up to 50? Which is real dumb. And it also stops you from handing in certain quests when you're in a party together if you're party synced. Not entirely sure why, but it's just kind of awkward trying to party sync now. You kind of just have to do the time walking campaign thing. And if you're doing a time walking campaign, it seems like you also can't hand in some of the starter quest zone quests. Which is also dumb. Like, you know, the original race starting zones, because they're supposed to be done outside of the time walking campaign. I guess. I don't know, it just seems weird and not done right. Hopefully they fix those issues.
For us, there is no peace, no rest.
Nice.
The nights
37.
Good day to you.
Ooh. Did I get the other quest rewards appearance, though, is the question? Where are we going now? Ah, to kill the guys I saw who were elites. Okay, cool. Off we go. Yeah, this is like a useful feature. They're like seeing how much quest XP you're gonna get from doing things. That way you know you've got enough. Oh, you can call forth the Knight of the Ebon Blade to help you. That's cool. Could be one in each building, I assume. Get an Argent Crusade rep for doing this.
Too far away.
Okay. Well, I called a Knight of the Ebon Blade. He doesn't seem to be arriving anytime soon. Oh, there they are. Like, on the other side. Interesting. Come on. Travel form. There you go. Need... Oh, okay. I have to come this way. I need to turn around. Oh, I'm not close enough to him to cast the Call the Knight of the Ebon Blade. That's dumb. Also, I need to heal myself. Since apparently my tank buddy over there was not pulling aggro. You see why they give you the Knight of the Ebon Blade to summon in. These guys hit hard. Hold on a second. That was a guy called Munch who was quoting Scarface who summoned a minion called Melt. What in the fuck, Blizzard? Scarface really does exist in like every universe. He's even a character in Warhammer, which is bizarre. Like how you call the Knight of the Ebon Blade and they take so long like posturing getting through their portal that by the time they've arrived you've already done like 1/10 of their health. Oh, a bit of him fell off. That was kind of cool. An actual destructible mole. We're still wearing heirloom shoulders, apparently. Everything else has been replaced, though. Good. We've got another shield. I like some of the simpler item designs. That's why I kind of want to get some of the stuff from Exile's Reach. It's a shame they haven't put in the sword I really wanted. The one that looks kind of like an Urukai blade. That's not in. Neither are any of the shields, I don't think. Which all looked really cool as well, even though I don't play a tank yet. The shield still looked cool. Yeah, that guy's Druid form looks a lot bigger. I guess he's a Tauren, makes sense. Nice. Oh, you have a quest. Please don't tell me it's to go back over there. Okay. Go back and talk to Tyrion again.
Time of the Argent Crusade is now.
Venture to Crusader's Pinnacle and use the blast banner of the Crusade atop the pile of Crusader skulls. Defend the banner against the Scourge attack.
Find the strength within you.
Well, guess it's time to AoE a lot. I also have the Mass Entangle, which would be nice. I don't feel like Mass Entangle's really that great for Druid, thinking about it. It's useful for, like, escaping, sure, but in terms of, like, DPS output, it's not going to be the same as, like, Mage, where you can use it to, like, hold them in place. I feel like that marker's in the wrong place, isn't it this? That's Hyjal. Venture to Crusader's Pinnacle and use the blessed banner of the Crusade atop the pile of Crusader skulls. Oh, there. I'm blind. I thought it was going to be like, you know, a big pile, not just 4 skulls on the ground.
I don't have a target.
No, we've got like actual members of the Argent Crusade with us.
Leave no survivors.
Huh. I was expecting a few more than that, I'll be honest.
Cower before my terrible creations.
I am out of range.
He thinks very highly of himself, the Lich King, doesn't he?
I require a target.
Just a one twig boy stood at the top of a hill just stops his entire advance.
I must get closer.
A reanimated captain? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll press the same 2 buttons and he'll die in 2 seconds.
I don't have a target.
See? Nothing to worry about, it's only a couple Scourge. Oh, my thing did run out. That's awkward.
I need to target something first.
Oh, right, yeah, that's on 3, isn't it? Oops.
Feast, my children. Feast upon the flesh of the living.
I think you're supposed to insult children and all that, but Lichkin's got some ugly babies, that's for sure. And some of them look like they got slugs coming out of them, like it's just, you know, not a good look. I mean, some of them know how to moonwalk though, apparently, so that's something. I feel like this is really slowed down now. They're sending more guys, but just slower. Oh, I see, that's their actual objective, is to break the flag or whatever. I get it. Explains why they keep sending captains and he keeps throwing a shield, because it bounces. And can hit the banner without actually hitting us. But the banner's still on full health. Oh, there's actually a big guy coming now.
Target something first.
We did it? Okay, cool. I thought we'd lost for a second there. Oh, okay. That was kind of fun. There's a lot of chapters. There's 11 chapters in Iceground. Holy shit.
Hello. See you later.
We are definitely gonna hit 50 in Iceground, aren't we?
Put your faith in the light, and all is possible.
Oh, there we go.
Courage is our greatest weapon.
I was gonna say that's not the first one, that's one of the later ones. In Defiance of the Scourge, and then there's the Death Gate, the Desolation Gate, and the Horror Gate. Where do I get the other, like, 8 missions or whatever? The Tale of Valor is up there, apparently. Oh, am I gonna get quests to, like, go all over the place now? In the usual style. Are you up here or down there? Down there, okay. Yeah, it's a dude in a bunk. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm getting sent all over the place. Cool. Right. I think I'm just gonna wrap things up here. I'm getting a little bit sweaty, kind of tired as well, actually. Running out of caffeine, I think. But thank you guys for watching. It's kind of a shame we didn't really get any mounts today. That sucks. But on the upside, we leveled up a bit on the Druid. Made a bunch more gold, which was unexpected and nice. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We will be back again, hopefully on Monday. I don't know if we're doing gold farming. Probably not, because we've kind of already done a bunch of stuff. I mean, we could try things out. We could see how quickly we can get through some of the Legion raids on like Heroic and stuff. It might be worth a go, but other than that, probably more mountain farming, and, well, I say mountain farming, more leveling, more than likely. Maybe running Excel's Reach as well, that's something we need to do, see if we can get that pole arm that I really want. And maybe some other little transmog bits and pieces, if possible. So, thank you guys for watching, hope to see you guys again, hopefully, on Monday.